is an evolving field, is an emerging field with a lot of applications in science and engineering. So here in my article, I have designed a robot with a control unit. So the robot and the control unit both communicates by means of radio frequency communication. In the radio frequency communication, radio frequency transmitter would be there and radio frequency receiver would also be there. So the radio frequency transmitter is for transmitting the signals and RF receiver is for receiving the signals. So both the equipments, RF transmitter as well as the RF receiver, both would be there in the robot as well as in the control unit. So the robot which I have designed can operate in two modes. One is the automatic mode and another one is the manual mode. In the automatic mode, the robot is designed or planned to move all the way straight. When it hits with an obstacle, the obstacle will be determined by means of the IR sensor. The robot stops its movement, returns back, move a step back. The right wheel alone turns a little and it again checks for the obstacle and it starts moving completely. Again, if it finds an obstacle, it moves back. The right wheel rotates a little, checks for an obstacle and it starts moving continuously. So this is what happens in the automatic mode. We also have another mode called manual mode where the robot is controlled completely by the control unit. We have options like forward movement, backward movement, left movement as well as the right movement, where the robot is controlled and based on the instruction given from the control unit, the robot moves automatically. So the main application for my robot is like detecting the bombs, diffusing the bombs, and also to determine the intruders. So if somebody comes from the other countries, if some unknown people come, then those people would be determined by means of the passive infrared sensor, which is nothing but the PIR sensor, which is used to find the intruders. So the vision system is nothing but the PIR sensor. For the motion system of the robot, we have motors and drivers. So usually the microcontroller would be connected with the motors and the drivers. The microcontroller works with 5 voltage of power supply. Motors works with 12 voltage of power supply. So the drivers usually acts as the interface between the microcontroller and the motors. Whichever information that we send to the control unit would be encoded and then modulated and then it would be transmitted to the control unit. So whichever information that we receive from the control unit, it would be received, demodulated, decoded and then it would be given to the microcontroller. So from the microcontroller, the instructions would be given and the motor moves. So to the microcontroller, we would be connecting the sensors like PIR sensor, metal detectors and the IR sensor. As I told you already, the PIR sensor is for determining the intruders, metal detectors are for determining the landmines and the IR sensors are for determining the obstacles. So in the control unit, we have a block. So the blocks are like modulator and transmitter, encoder, microcontroller and the level converter. So here also the microcontroller works with 5 voltage of supply and the PC works with 12 voltage of power supply. So the level converter acts as an interface between the microcontroller as well as the PC. So my article is about robots in military.